Welcome back to the podcast, guys. For those of you who don't know, my name is Eric. I'm your host, and this is a show where I give you podcast production tips, education, and industry insights, all designed to help you start, grow, and monetize a podcast. In this episode, I'm talking about the Blue Yeti and why I think it sucks for podcasting. And that's kind of harsh. I don't know that the mic does suck, but I definitely don't recommend it for podcasting. And the reason I wanted to make this episode was because there's too many bloggers or podcast sites or influencers that recommend the Blue Yeti, and it's really not a mic that's designed for podcasting. And here's why. For one, a lot of people just plop it on their desk and it sits like 2 feet away from them. As you can see in this video, or if you're not watching on YouTube, when you're podcasting, you want the mic to get really close to your mouth. You want to get that nice, rich, full-bodied broadcast tone. And the Blue Yeti is not really designed to do that. You can get it close to your mouth and it can sound a little bit better, but it's also a condenser microphone. And condenser microphones are really super sensitive and they pick up a lot of room tone. So if you're in a room that's noisy, maybe there's no acoustic panels, you're going to hear a lot of slapback, you're going to hear a lot of reverb. And especially when you put it on your desk a couple feet away, you're not going to get that good sound that most podcasters want, that everybody wants to hear. It sounds like you just talking right into the mic. So that's the first reason. It's a condenser microphone for podcasting. I recommend broadcast style microphones such as this one. You want a dynamic microphone, not a condenser microphone. So there's that. You can put it on a mic stand. I've seen people do that, but it's a weird shape. It's hard to set that up. And I think most people don't go through enough research on how to do that. And instead they just throw it on their desk and they think they're going to sound great, and they don't. They sound like shit. Another reason is there's various knobs on it that control the polar pattern of the microphone. And the polar pattern of a microphone is the way that the microphone picks up sound. So I believe, and I don't have one in front of me, however, I have used one before. There's like a figure 8 pattern, and what a figure 8 is, it picks up sound from the front of the mic and the back of the mic, hence figure 8. There's the cardioid polar pattern, which you want, which is what this mic is set to, which picks up sound coming directly in front of it. There's, an omni pattern, where it picks up sound 360 all around it equally. So again, if there's sound bouncing off the walls, it's going to pick up that sound maybe that's coming from like the diagonal left, and it's also coming from behind you, and then it's also picking up your voice, and all that's getting jumbled together. But basically, without getting too technical, yeah, there's several knobs on there that change the direction that the microphone hears in. And a lot of people, I don't even think like research it. You want it to be on cardioid, which looks like an upside down heart, like if you drew a heart upside down. So just doing that is going to help you selecting that. But a lot of people don't even do that because they just unpack it and plop it on their desk. What really upsets me is that this thing is marketed to podcasters a lot. Like if you go on Blue's website, they specifically mention podcasting. There's a lot of influencers that talk about it. I get it because it's a cheap mic. It's under $150. And I get that starting out, you probably don't have a big budget and you don't want to spend a lot of money. But this mic that I'm using here, this is the Audio Technica ATR 2100X. It's a USB microphone. Say that again, Audio Technica ATR 2100X. It's a USB microphone. I think this thing is $79 on Amazon, and I'll link to it in the show notes, but it sounds killer. You want to get it really close to your mouth, which is weird. I know could be some dick jokes in there, but it sounds great. It's less than the Blue Yeti. It can mount on a mic stand. In this video, I'm holding it. That's because I'm on vacation in Palm Springs and I'm doing this from a bedroom. But yeah, the Blue Yeti is not worth the money. It's probably not going to sound great, especially if you don't have a treated room. It's awkward. I just don't recommend it as a starter mic. I think there's this mic and there's several other out there that I'll link to in the show notes that sound better, that are equally priced or even cost less. They're designed for podcasting. They're dynamic microphones, and you're going to get that full tone, that good tone, that in-your-face podcast tone. And so that's it for me today, guys. Just wanted to hop on and talk about why I don't like the Blue Yeti. I think it's a shitty mic for podcasting. I hate how it's marketed. I hate how people push it. I hate how Blue pushes it. I hate how people on YouTube push it because it's bad advice. And I'm here and I want to give you the right advice. I want you to sound good. I want it to be easy. I want it to be affordable. And the Blue Yeti is not the business.